Need for Speed Underground 2 was released 1 year after the first Underground game. To this day, Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2 have sold a combined 16 million copies, making them the most successful Need for Speed games ever, even outselling every Forza game that has been made up until the present day. It was the first Need for Speed game to have an open world. This open world was set in Bayview Park, a fictional city. Like its predecessor, Need for Speed Underground 2 is set during the night. It is considered to be one of, if not the best Need for Speed game in the franchise. This is due to the insane amounts of customization in the game, the great story and the great map. The handling is also really easy to learn. In drift races, the car handles like the track was oiled beforehand to get better drifts. In drag races, the car would only change lanes if you moved the left joystick to the left or the right, depending on where the traffic cars were going to be. And in regular races, the car will either drift or grip, depending on if you braked and your car's speed before cornering. However, the game added 2 new modes to the franchise, Street Cross and Outrun races. Outrun races could be started in the open world or in multiplayer. In multiplayer, you could race up to 4 other people to see who could get 1,000 feet away from the others. In the single player, you could only go against one AI, but if you won, you got money and occasionally rare parts that could not be bought from upgrade shops. Lose, however, and you lost money. Speed Cross was a mode where you raced your car on a tight track designed to test your car's handling. In this game mode, your car does not drift as it is heavily focused on taking the perfect line through a corner. This was a mode that would not return until Need for Speed Payback, as paid DLC. However, fans wanted police, and for the game to be set during the day. Based on this feedback, Most Wanted 2005 was created. Need for Speed 2005 was released 1 year after the hugely popular Underground 2.
Echo 10. Pulling up right behind you. Let's give me some cover over here on our way out.
Your cover should be coming up on your position any second.
Charlie 2-4 north of your 20, close past. I do have the 12, be advised, we've set up a 1073. Check your...
Once you've met these requirements, you can race against members.
Gone through the block. Let's keep it together, we're gonna hit it with something else. The whole crew still moving. Block. Let's slow this thing down. I'm authorizing at 1075. Wait for my call. Lost the vehicle. Traffic, gotta slow it down. Proceeding to check your screens for our 1073, see if you can hurry him down on the way. If I can get around him, I'm running a block. I'll update when I can. I'm on your 6. What do you need? All units, repeat, all units, increase pursuit to condition 4. I need a hand out here, 1044 on my position. 1044 on my position.
Units are a couple miles away.
Made way for Toll Booth and Speed Track. Where you had to go past the speed
Get the block out. Take it around.
Carbon was released 1 year after. It took inspiration from Saudi Arabia.
Didn't expect you to show your face again.
The dentist was changed.
Things have changed around here. This place is a battleground now. Tuners, muscles, exotics. Crews fighting for territory in the city. And it all gets settled in the canyon. But you'd never survive it.
Chasing, but you can gain points if you hit your opponent's car and you need to lose them. You could win the event if you passed the crew leader for 5 seconds, or if the crew leader fell off the mountain. On the counter, if the crew leader passed you for 5 seconds, or if you fell off the mountain, the token system is trying to recover. There are now 4 main
Start up.
Don't disappoint.
Pro Street was released a year after Carbon. It was the first Need for Speed game to focus on track racing. The only other Need for Speed games that would do this are Shift and Shift 2. However, they are not main entries in the franchise back to Pro Street. Many people believe Pro Street was where Need for Speed started. To set the fastest lap time possible. You had 3 laps to try and achieve this. Drag racing returned with multiple different modes. Quarter mile, half mile, and wheelie competition. In quarter mile and half mile, you had to set the fastest time down the strip. Wheelie competition took place on a quarter mile track. They aimed to keep the cars bumpers off the ground for as long as you could by pressing down the accelerator to prepare to grip onto the line.
Come on, Chi-Town, make some noise! The top street racers have come to Chicago from all over America, because this is Battle.
all units. Officers require assistance on Rockingham Road. All units respond. This is an emergency situation.
Need for Speed The ROM released on the 15th of November in 2011. It was Black Box's final game before the company was shut down. The ROM was not an open world game like previous Black Box games, but like previous Black Box games had a great story. The story centers around Jack Hawk, a street racer who has a large debt to the law. He is almost crushed his Porsche 911 at the start of the game. Whilst in the car, a quick time event starts. The quick time events have the player pressing buttons or moving the joystick on their controller when the game tells them what buttons to press. The game's physics, unlike Hot Pursuit, the game doesn't have brake to drift, which is different to Hot Pursuit 2010, which did. The game received a 69 on Metacritic, a fall from grace seeing as previous entries got 70s and 80s in terms of the Metacritic score. Black Box's final Need for Speed game covered its Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 is by a country mile the most hated Need for Speed game. This is because of the brake to drift physics which the game had, unlike the Run. The three overpowered cars online in this game were the Hennessy Venom GT, the Koenigsegg Agera R, and the Bugatti Veyron. The Venom GT annoyed people as you had to pay £8 for the DLC pack the car came in just to have a chance at winning a speed list. The Agera R was also overpowered, but because it was so weak it could easily be taken down. The Veyron was overpowered because it had a fast acceleration and a good top speed, but was difficult to drift due to its weight, making it the only car that was a challenge to drive. The Veyron also created a stereotype from this game that the only people who used it were arseholes. The game also doesn't have much of a story. You're basically earning speed points to race against the city's most wanted. Once you had beaten that most wanted racer, you had to take them down to earn their car. The final reason this game is so hated is a fairly new reason. The game had an airport DLC which came with 4 cars, 3 new event types and an airport to use. It annoyed people due to the fact the airport was meant to be in the game at launch but was taken out to be sold as DLC to the fans who bought the game. The game was so bad that YouTuber Black Panther hated it. YouTuber Black Panther hated the game so much he bought a copy and sent it to EA. Mysteriously, Criterion were never the main developer of a Need for Speed game. Due to this, EA needed a company to make Need for Speed in the future. With this, EA formed Ghost, and Rivals was nearing completion. Weapons include the EMP, the stun mine which stuns the car's electricity, turbo, shockwave which releases the plunge of air on the car,
another 1044 just entered my perimeter, requesting additional units Black, contain this pursuit, over.
Roadblock request denied at this time. Insufficient units available.
Mid-range is slamming into me. This was intentional. Dispatch, my patrol unit is heavily damaged. What? So. Dispatch, I lost visual on that 1044. Diverting to join the other pursuit, over.
So if it goes Need for Speed 2015 was a return to the franchise's underground. The game was set at night and had 3 roam comps. The game's campaign was split into 5 categories: Speed, which consisted of sprint and circuit racing; Drift, which consisted of drift contests, drift trials, and hooligan events. Hooligan events were the same as drift trials, where you had to get a certain amount of points, but you also had to complete a hooligan event within the set time and earn the drift score to win the event. The events were a mixture of both the grip racing and drift events, and Outlaw, which consisted of grip events and drift events, both having toxics clearing every step of the way. The game also allowed you to tune your car your way. Once you buy a car, you could either tune it for grip racing or drift events. You could never go fully to the drift side of the spectrum or the grip side, as it made the car undrivable unless you had the overpowered cars. The overpowered cars in this game were the Porsche 911 RSR for grip events and the Lamborghini
Yo, it's
Huracan for
Spike.
drift
I
events.
thought I'd ping you on blog.
Speed lists
This
were
place
introduced
is
to the
jumping.
game in the first
Seriously,
content.
there's some major
There were 3
personalities in
different speed
Ventura
lists:
tonight, so keep your
race,
eyes open
style,
when you
and
arrive.
mix.
This place is
Race
kind of hard
allowed you
to
to do
find.
grip
On
racing,
purpose, you
style
know what I mean?
allowed you to drive.
So, I fired you a
And
link.
mix
Check your map.
consisted
Okay,
of 3
you
grip
there?
events and 3 drift events. This meant you could use any car you wanted in the mixed speed list to win, because the RSR couldn't drift and the Huracan couldn't drift. The game was good, but fans wanted more. For the next game to have day and night, and with that, we got Payback. Need for Speed Payback was released 2 years after
Not bad, Tyler, but you're still gonna lose.
I already
The game had a
won.
good campaign that was
You just don't know it yet.
Race, drift, drag, off-road, and run. Race cars were the best handling and the best top speed. Running cars were the best.
First to the airfield wins. You didn't say nothing about roads.
I'll be waiting. Drift cars
guys
were
are
the
the
best.
garage.
I thought this was supposed to be a friendly race.
This is us being friendly.
Last one watches Rap's cars. This is serious business.
I haven't seen Max this excited since the Veneto job.
Aren't you?
Biggest job we've ever done? You bet I am.
Time to kick this up a notch.
Heads up!
The overpowered cars in this game are Porsche 911 RSR, which couldn't take the race because the RSR is overpowered in the corners, but the Regera is overpowered in the highways.
That was a sick jump.
The 65 Super Build Mustang, which was a derelict, the Chevrolet Bel Air, which was also
Welcome to the Tune-Up Shop. Here you can buy new speed cards or trade in par tokens for a chance at that perfect
This was because
upgrade.
the upgrade system was compared to a slot machine. This was because you had a choice when upgrading the car. Spin the wheel using 3 tokens, you obtained 2 opening crates to buy a price cards. Crates were unlocked by either leveling up or by buying speed points with your hard-earned money. The game has no online queue at all, something Need for Speed competitors in the Crew, which had released 2 years ago by that point, had Forza Horizon 3 had, which released a year prior. Fans wanted something better, and our third venture was forced down to the road. This takes us to the present day with Heat. Need for Speed Heat released during November last year.
The Speed Hunters Showdown is back as Palm City plays host once again to the state's foremost racing exhibition. Each day, thousands of eager fans will be hoping to catch a glimpse of the very best high-performance cars in action. But when the sun goes down, you can quickly find yourself in a far more dangerous territory. Welcome to the world of street racing. An underground scene inhabited by daredevils and speed freaks intent on tearing up the rules and breaking the law. Rising to meet this challenge is Palm City's very own Lieutenant Frank Mercer, head of the newly formed High-Speed Task Force.
Street racing has no place on public roads. Mark my words, if you are out there, you're engaging in this type of activity, we will find you. And if you think that you can get away by just hitting the gas, then you're in for a surprise. Because we are coming after you hard, and we are coming after you fast. Trust me, there is no escape.
These are, if you
Talk to me, Joe. How are we doing?
Hanging in there.
Good. Just keep your foot on the floor. What's the T, Richie?
There's some real speed in this race, Anna.
We knew they were gonna bring it. This is the lead we're going for here. Come on, guys. This is ours. Okay, eyes up. We're heading downtown. Expect trouble.
To summarise, this franchise has had its ups and downs, but hopefully, Ghost can make some of the best Need for Speed games for us, the fans that we want to play. Thanks for listening.